What's up, boys? Today I'm gonna give you guys a guide on how to get levels as fast as possible in each sea. If you guys are in the second or third sea, you can skip ahead a bit until I'll be starting off with the first sea, but there will be some tips that will probably help you out as well. So anyways, let's get started. Alright, so I'm assuming if you guys are just starting out, might be a little bit confused, maybe that's why you got on this video. But here's where you want to get your quests. Basically, pick a quest type and defeat 5 bandits, you get XP from that. And then here's where some people get confused, like after that you don't know what to do. Once you're level 10, there should be a compass that tells you where to go for your next quest. That'll be over here at the jungle. So it might take a while to get to the jungle, although since you don't have a double fruit, you can swim. Swimming is faster than the boats that you get for free, so I recommend just trying to jump across the ocean over here to the jungle. And that's where you want to go to this guy here in the middle. He'll kind of give you more quests to do, which do help you level up. Alright, so it does get a little bit grindy at the start. Obviously, you just have to do quests over and over again. Although, if you do have any friends, or just ask in the server, like type in, hey, can someone roll a fruit for me? Basically what that means is you go to this cousin and someone buys you a fruit. And what fruits you're looking for the first sea, the best fruit you can get is light fruit. You do have this sword that does a decent amount of damage, and you have a bunch of nice abilities, and you get this really nice travel speed, as you can see here. So you don't have to go on boats across the sea and everything, you can just use light fruit. But if you're unable to get light fruit for a while, then you can use other Loki fruits. Loki fruits are basically like elementals, so flame, dark, ice is really good, smoke, sand. Those fruits help a lot because with Logias, I forgot to mention, if an enemy tries to hit you, they do 0 damage. Unless they have hockey, but there isn't too much enemies in the first sea with hockey. The only ones that do have it are the bosses, and then a couple enemies in the magma village, so make sure you look out for that. But look, as you can see, he's not hitting me at all because I do have the light fruit. But once you are level 50, after you're done grinding out, you can buy a fruit. It does cost a decent amount of money, but you can buy a fruit. Make sure to remember that you can only have 1 fruit equipped at each time, so if you do eat a new fruit, your current one will be gone. Basically, the fastest way to level up is kind of boring. It is quests. Although there is some stuff you can do. There is a premium bonus where you do have premium on. You do get like 10% extra XP, which is really helpful in the long run. And also you could buy 2x EXP boost. Although the nice thing is they do have a bunch of codes where you do have 2 XP. All you have to do is just search up Blox Group's code, and then you can find websites that give you all the codes here. As you can see, there is a bunch of 2x experience, and you want to use these a lot. Make sure you use them like wisely. Like there's only a limited amount, so when you do have them activated, I recommend non-stop grinding, and then you can like obviously take a break afterwards. But if you do have a friend that's a higher level than you, he can help you out. So like on bosses, if you can't do a bunch of damage, then you can ask your friend that's a higher level to get him low, and then you can just finish him off. Or you can just ask him to hit all the enemies down to like 1 HP and then be able to finish him off. And if you ever see like an exclamation mark on this compass, that means you have a next quest that you can do. And you always want to do the quest that matches your level, so like the highest level quest that you can do is what you should probably be doing. And then what I recommend, once you're level 200, let's start doing all these boss fights. So I'll be server hopping and then doing these bosses until I reach like around level 300, as they do give a good amount of XP, and all you have to do is just server hop, get the mission, defeat him, then just hop to the next server, and then you get a bunch of XP. Eventually you'll reach a point where you get 700 levels, and that's where you want to go into the second sea. You'll talk to this guy, beat the Ice Admiral, and then you'll be able to head into the second sea. But before you guys go into the second sea, there's one last thing that you kind of want to get. So here I'm on the Sky Islands, and behind this rock is the guy that deals the electric fighting style. You'll need this in the second and third sea. It's probably one of the most useful fighting styles. So make sure you grab that. Helps a lot. Just talk to him. It costs a good amount, I forgot, but it's really helpful. And now you're in the second sea, and now you're probably getting bored of light and you want to switch your fruits. Now's the perfect time to switch to the Buddha fruit. The Buddha fruit is one of the best grinding fruits in the game. Not so much in first sea, but in second sea, the reason why it's the best is because you can get it awakened. Now, There isn't any level requirement to getting your Buddha awakened, although it is a really hard raid. So I recommend going to the Blox Group Discord where you can find raids, find Buddha raids that you can join. Or if you have any people in the server or friends that can help you do Buddha raids. You have to be at least level 1100 to host, but you can be any level to join. What you want to get from doing those raids is you want to get the Z ability. This ability basically enlarges your Buddha and gives it a larger radius of damage. So if I click over here, I'm like hitting him from that far away, which helps a lot in grinding. And the reason why Buddha is the best grinding route for second C is because of how easy it is. All you have to do, turn on an auto clicker, run to each enemy like this, and then you're set. Get levels really fast. One of the fastest way to get levels from doing missions. So this next method is the fastest way to get levels in this game. Although it is really pricey and you're gonna need some people to help. But if you just go to raid callouts and say that you're doing a law raid, then they should accept, or they should help you out, or there probably is other people that'll do law raids with you too. That would host law raids with you. So it costs 1,000 fragments each. Although you could probably eventually solo law raid yourself if you do have the fragments and the levels. But basically by fighting this guy, you get an insane amount of levels. I'll show you after I beat him. And it is definitely the fastest way of getting levels. 3 levels. With 2x EXP, you get yourself 6 levels in total just from beating this guy. If you do have other people raiding with you, you can beat this boss really fast and then go straight back to the next raid. And this is basically the method I use to go from level 700 all the way to 2,300. I remember doing this on stream and it just made my levels go up like crazy. I think I got near to like 500 levels in just one stream just by defeating Law over and over again. It does get boring after a while, but it is definitely the fastest way to get levels for both second and third C. Now that you're in the third C, there's 2 ways yet that you can grind levels. The first will probably be by sticking with the law raids. They help out a lot. Fast way, and now that you're higher level, it'll be way faster to defeat them. Bunch of levels, that's probably the best method. You can just do that the whole game, but obviously they'll get boring. So second option is by just killing NPCs and doing missions with Buddha. Buddha is definitely the best, easily the best grinding for you, like I said before, and you're definitely gonna need it or grinding out on all these NPCs. There is another raid boss, which is the Ripinja raid, that does also give you levels, although it's way harder to spawn him and it's also way harder to actually beat him by yourself. So I don't really recommend that method. If you do want to just get levels just from raid hopping, then I do recommend just doing law raids over and over again, because they give you triple levels, especially with the 2x EXP. As you saw from before, I got like 500 million XP just from one law raid. But before you guys start doing that, there's one thing that you guys have to get. Like I said, from the first C, when you buy electric fighting style, hopefully with using it enough and with enough grinding, you should have a decent amount of mastery. And I think once you get 300 mastery, you can go over to this guy and he will give you electric claw. With electric claw, it's one of the best fighting styles for grinding for sure, and it's really useful even after grinding. Once you're into PvP, it helps out a bunch of combos and everything like that. Also, having friends help out in first C, basically every C actually. You know, even if you don't know anyone that plays Blox Fruits, try to make friends with the people in your server, and maybe eventually you'll find someone who's a higher level than you and that helps you out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah.